So, and posted a tweet. I guess we're live. Hi everyone. Still not many people here, but it's Rick and Jet with you. And it's a day 242. This was a rough week for us. I mean, massive attacks, massive drone and rocket attacks are continuing, and there's a lot of explosions and hits on our energetic infrastructure this week. That was like they're trying to destroy all of our energetic system, uh, and it's becoming a problem. And we really need the air defense systems. We're like not begging, but we urge the partners to provide us with it as fast as possible, as soon as possible. And we received first German anti-rocket system and air defense system called Iris-T, and it was working for I mean during this week, and it gives great results. Our military says that it's protecting. By the way, it's protecting Kiev, I guess, and Kiev Oblast.
Mm,
And yeah, this week, Kiev wasn't hit that much. I mean, the rockets were sent here, but most of them were destroyed, neutralized by this and the other systems that
mhm.
are working I mean, working together with this one. But Iris-T is like the most. Mm, Hi, Charlie.
Hey, Charlie.
Charlie. Yeah, we were talking about Iris-T system and that it is working for the last week and destroying Russian rockets and missiles too. Yeah, so guys, tell me how's the quality? How shitty it is comparing to Twitch?
Yeah, it's a little lower than Twitch video wise. I don't have audio going just so I don't create an echo. So Charlie will have to let us know how our audio levels are.
Yeah, Charlie, please let us know how's how's audio? And I wanted to go through some videos of rocket strikes. I guess the biggest one this week, there were two biggest strikes. One was on Monday again, and the other one was yesterday on Saturday. But yeah, I also will repeat that I'm a bit ill today, so I will be talking slowly and thinking slowly. The most important thing is thinking slowly, and it's not good. Oh, okay. So I need to scroll there. There was some good news too this week, so it's not gonna be only bad news. Okay. Yes. Monday was a 28 or 36 drones, kamikaze drones, were sent to us, and Kiev was target number one, I guess. And Charlie said audio is fine, quality is noticeably lower in video. Yeah, the settings are the
Yeah.
same, and somehow YouTube is just making it all go all pixels, when I'm moving especially. I guess that's hmm, okay. Whatever. Let's see if YouTube will give us at least some people who are interested in topic who's not our friends yet. And yeah, for a couple of streams, we will see how it maybe will provide us with new viewers. And if not, I guess we can always go back to Twitch to remain the
Yep.
quality up and high. Yes, so yeah, I wanted to show you. Let's go to the screen. Yes, we have a Telegram here. And yeah, they hit one of buildings, the civilian buildings in Kiev. You see, half of the building just fallen down and buried people under. Uh, yeah, I don't remember the number of people died there,
Oh
but
my God.
yeah, it was not the only hit that were made by drones. I guess there was kind of five of them in Kiev and Kiev Oblast, and more in different cities and towns. Uh, yeah, there's a moment of one of that, I guess, that exact rocket hitting the building. It was early morning, like 6 a.m. No,
Mhm.
maybe from 6 to 8 a.m. And after that, yeah, we also have one nice video. Let's watch it, where our policemen, just patrol police, when drones were attacking, they stopped and started shooting the drone.
Oh yeah, I
And
saw this.
yeah, you probably saw that. It
Yeah.
went famous, but let's watch it again. I
Oh,
guess
definitely.
it worth
Yeah.
it. So they were successful in that. They hit the drone and it fallen next to them and exploded. But it wasn't that strong explosion as it when it hits its target. It was just
Yeah.
falling down and not exploding fully. I mean, so this is why let's see the slow version. So yeah, there it was, and it exploded. It was an epic moment. It's just like some action movies or Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Those
Yeah. I was just playing the new
policemen,
Call of Duty campaign yesterday, actually.
yes, those policemen are badasses. Really,
Oh, totally. Yeah, I was gonna
uh,
make a joke that these guys have been hitting aim labs.
it's awesome to have such guys in your city who just shoot drones with
Yeah, that's
rifles.
wild, man.
Yeah, we had a lot of actually a lot of uh, memes and info about people shooting themselves if they should or shouldn't shoot drones themselves if they have weapons. Weapons are legal in here in Ukraine, not the small weapons, not pistols, but you can easily buy a rifle or an
Mhm.
assault rifle, and people own their own weapons. So, but our officials just decided that it's not a good idea because especially in the city when
Yeah,
buildings are
it's a little sketch to be firing
yes,
off bullets in a city like at all. So
yeah, that is gonna be crazy because they'll definitely shoot someone in a building across the street
yeah,
or
or like just
something like
far
that.
away, right? Because you do hear the odd
Yeah,
stories. Well, I mean, I hear them a lot just because of my close proximity to the United States. But people shooting off guns at backyard parties just up in the air, and then like fucking
yeah,
falls down and kills their neighbor, and you're like, what the?
yeah,
Could we be a little more responsible?
yeah. That's totally irresponsible. Charlie
Yeah.
says, I saw that some Ukrainian authorities had to ask Kiev residents to stop shooting Iranian drones with their own guns. Yeah, that's exactly what was happening on Monday. And after that, I guess we didn't have any, accidents like that. I mean, drones were, after that, all the week, they were flying every day. I mean, they were trying to hit Kiev, but our air defense systems were working awesomely. This is why we had, I guess it's from 65 to 85%. I mean, of hit. Sorry,
Mhm.
of neutralized drones.
Yeah.
So the efficiency of our defense systems are pretty awesome right now.
Yeah, and
Uh,
that's with air defense systems that aren't designed for drone defense, from what I understand.
No, sorry, what again?
Oh, I said, and that's with air defense that isn't specifically designed for drones. Like it's mostly like ballistic missile air defense and stuff, but it's
Yeah.
just double drone defense at the moment.
Yeah, and this is why it's pretty expensive to shoot those drones because they are cheap, like thousands of dollars, and those
Yeah,
rockets that are used in air defense systems, they are like sometimes millions of dollars.
Hmm.
This is why they can just, maybe weaken our air defense system by just decreasing number of rockets we have by sending hundreds of drones. And since the beginning of war, I guess, no, not since the beginning of war, sorry. Since a month ago, yes, since 13th of September, it's a bit more than a month. Our air defense systems hit almost 300 Shahid drones. So you can imagine how many they've already sent them, I guess, considering the rates of neutralized drones. It's
Yeah.
been around 500 at least, maybe even more. Yeah, so it's just crazy how many drones been sent to Ukraine lately by Russia. Russia, not terrorists. And Charlie said, I hope you were using your Kraber skills to shoot them down, right? Well, I tried to, but I gave my Kraber on repairs, and this week I wasn't able to shoot any drones.
Yeah.
But
Still waiting for the care package to drop.
yeah, waiting for get back. You know how rare Kraber is. You finish the
Yeah.
match and you just lose it, and then you just need to wait for lucky care package again. Okay, what else? Let's go to the video public. I created my own videos. Oh, actually, a nice jet fall, as I call it, happened twice for the last week, for the last 8 days, because we were streaming on Saturday last week, right? So,
Yeah.
two planes, two warplanes in Russia, they just crashed. One of them, it was, I guess, on 17th. It was Sunday. Yeah, a week ago. First one. It's not the first since the beginning of war. I guess it's 12th or 13th already. They constantly just losing their own planes, warplanes there in Russia. So the first one, let's watch a nice video of it fallen, or maybe even a couple of videos. It happened last Sunday. Yeah, we gotta get the speed to 1x, and then you see there it is. It's actually a big one. It exploded at nine floor apartment. I guess the pilot catapulted. It was a huge fire
That's
there.
yeah.
A lot of people died, and you see it was actually exploding because
Вот это да.
it was
Я хуй его
containing
знает, что за
missiles,
дом въебал?
bombs.
Ёбаный в рот.
Yeah, Russians are swearing there,
беда
and
какая. Квартира.
well, around 15 people died, and mostly, yeah, it's we're here in Ukraine are mostly happy about it because Russians are feeling that war is like close to them, and
Yeah.
because they have started this war. I mean, in a normal situation, we wouldn't be happy about it, right? But when it's our enemy and when those people are supporting the war, most of them are. And when I mean, a lot of them are just ignorant, and because of their ignorance, oh no, yeah, not only ignorance. By the way, just a second, let me check another word because I usually use the word ignorance, but I have another word in meaning. Just a second. Indifference. Yes, indifference
Yes.
is the correct word. They're just indifferent to what's really happening here. And for them, I guess they won't realize that war costed. they will just think that their own plane was flying by and something wrong happened.
Yeah,
They,
accident.
yeah, some accident, and they just fallen and killed some civilians. Uh, but yeah, we see it from our perspective. Where I wanted to go. Yes, I guess this photo of that explosion, and you see the paratrooper flying out there.
Yeah, I
So
saw some memes about that paratrooper.
yeah, there were a lot of memes. I need to start
Yeah.
saving the memes in tabs, just to laugh with you on the streams. I need to start doing this. And
Yeah.
yeah, that was a massive explosion, and that almost all that building, that living building, yeah, civilian building, it was burned to the ground, almost all parts of it. But yeah, pilot catapulted, and also there was a video where civilian was coming to the pilot who was lying on the ground there and asking him if he was hit, and he said no. So I guess some malfunction. Maybe he's not very experienced with it, because most of experienced pilots in Russia, or I mean the war pilots, they died here in Ukraine, and they started to put some recruits and not experienced pilots to their bombarders, and that's what happens when you give a super complex weapons
Oh yeah.
to some dilettantes. What else? Today it was another plane crash. Let's finish with that. Then, I mean, with this topic, uh, it was that one that from a week ago, happened in Yeisk. I actually don't know where Yeisk is. Let's check it on a map in just a second. I'm just curious, where is it in
Yeah, I'd
Russia?
like to know too.
And how close? Oh, actually, I guess I remember now where. Just right before I press enter to search for something, I remember it. Not
Nice.
earlier. It's actually pretty close to Ukraine, so I guess it might feel like war for them. Let's look on the map together. Yeah, you see, there's a Mariupol across the sea, and Yeisk is located just across the small part of Azov Sea. And today, the catastrophe happened on the other part of Russia, next to Mongolia. It happened in Irkutsk, in here. It's a big, actually, I guess, yeah, a big city in Russia. And look how far it is from Ukraine.
Oh wow. Oh shit.
Thousands of kilometers. Yeah, so this catastrophe. And today, both of the pilots are died. Some say, I mean, it's not confirmed information, it's just a rumor, but some say that there was a malfunction of the oxygen system and they just suffocated there,
Oh my
choked.
god.
Yeah, that's crazy. Let's
Wait,
watch a video of them falling down. Okay, where is it? I need to find the right tab. Okay, so yeah, today's catastrophe was uh I guess I didn't put it in here. Sorry. I didn't prepare appropriately today. I guess I
get it
need.
together. No, I'm just kidding.
Yes. Yeah, that's one of them. Just you see it. That's the plane. It crashed like 90 degrees, almost 90 degrees to the ground. It was a crash. Yeah, we can actually slow it down a bit and see how it was falling.
That's insane.
Yeah, that's insane. We have a word for this type of crash when a plane is landed like 90 degrees to the ground. Let's see how it's translated. It's piqué. Do you know it? This word?
No.
PK,
PK. Yeah.
PK.
Like peacekeeper.
Yeah, yeah, well, yeah. I know that one.
PK. Yeah, so we actually have a word for these types of crashes. It's PK. Yeah, I actually displayed it on screen. Let's
Yes, okay, I see.
let's go forward. Yeah, it's
Yeah, because
on.
like,
Yeah,
yeah. See the way that that's spelled. Oh,
it's like a
okay, yeah,
French word.
yeah, for sure. See, we use that differently in English. We say like that's to like pique somebody's interest, as in like get their attention.
Hmm,
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah, and we pronounce it pique, not piquet.
Pique, not piqué.
Yeah,
And we say piqué here in Ukraine.
which is probably closer to how it's supposed to be pronounced, but English speakers.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a different side of view. Ooh, that was. And there's an explosion. Yeah, you can actually see an explosion on this video.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was
so.
fucking
Oh,
going directly to the ground, hey?
yeah, it was going directly to the ground, and you see there's actually a list of all catastrophes that were non-war catastrophes, but mostly they're all war planes there.
Yeah.
And it's since 24th of February. There was like, yeah, approximately 10 or 12 of them, I guess. And there are some ridiculous versions that Russians started typing. So one said that they have a feeling, I just translate it right now. They have a feeling that someone hits those planes, takes those planes and hits the houses with them, something like that. And
Like hijacked them, you mean?
uh,
Like actually stole the planes?
yeah, some kind, but there's a different version in here. They say that
Okay.
they intercept the signals from it and
Oh,
maybe
like hacked them?
like hacking them
Holy
and
shit.
directing them to houses. But those Russians, they usually say something
Yeah. I mean,
ridiculous.
maybe if that's possible, they need to work on their software security.
I don't think it's possible,
I don't think
definitely.
so either.
It's like from some fantastic movies.
Exactly.
But yeah, maybe Charlie, if you want to, you can add this one to our ridiculous propaganda list. But it's actually not the propaganda; it's just from uh, simple people. Another
Yeah.
one, yeah, suggested that in both crashes this week, there were Ukrainian. Oh, how do you call them? Let me translate another word. Saboteurs. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Some Ukrainian saboteurs were actually flying those planes, and they were like kamikaze, you know.
Oh man.
Yeah, crazy versions. I
Yeah.
had some nice, ridiculous propaganda, except of this one. Today I'm gonna get to it a bit later. But yeah, this is it for now. Okay, Charlie is not typing anything for approximately 15 minutes. Charlie, are you okay?
Yeah, Charlie. Charlie.
You're usually more active, so you concern me.
Mhm.
Okay, now let's get to the next topic. I wanted to talk about mobilization in Russia, about mobilized, and yeah, we had the video today where Russians were getting to the planes somewhere Russia. Yeah, Charlie says I'm fine, just working a bit. Oh, okay. Sorry
Okay.
to distract you from working then. Okay. So what? Yeah, let's get there. Those mobilized are being staffed. I mean, planes were staffed by them. I'll switch into the screen. Sorry, squitching. New word from tired Rick. Okay, so there
uh,
were getting them to the plane. There were actually a lot of them in there, and they are, yeah, transporting them every day. And today I found a nice article about that. I mean, like the average period of a Russian mobilized soldier. Well, these people are just don't know what expects them, and they are just gonna be dead approximately in 7 days. I guess they even, yeah, that's the article. It's from Inform Napalm, an awesome Ukrainian resource that's working from 2014 since the beginning of Russian invasion. And they found, yeah, they get, I mean, they did a small research that they usually get to the front in like 7 days, and they last approximately for 4 days there. Yeah, that is
oh my god.
for 4 days, and then it's either death, some wounds, like being becoming a third hundred, three hundreds, I guess. Yeah, that is the word. Or the captivity. So there's only three options. I guess not all of them, yeah, going down and from all the three options. Some of them are staying alive, probably, but the chances are really low, and
Hmm.
they will mostly end up dead, captive, or just wounded. And usually those wounds are pretty bad, especially when HIMARS has hit them. Charlie asks, have you heard the news about War Gonzo? I guess I heard something, but I don't remember what was it? Tell us, Charlie, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, then about Mobilized, we had the first interview with a guy who wasn't actually mobilized. I mean, that there's a new kind of people, and that this Russian guy, this Russian soldier, actually have my respect. It's the first Russian soldier since the beginning of this war who is really who deserves, you know, not admiration but respect at least, because his story is next. He was serving uh, in Russian military. He's only 22 years old, and
Mhm.
this guy is so fucking smart. Probably he could have been my friend in life, I guess, because interests are pretty similar. But yeah, he was given an interview with on Zolkin channel. Remember the guy who's
Yeah.
interviewing them? Yeah. So what he did, he wasn't okay. He wasn't even sent to Ukraine yet. He was serving in Russia, close to Ukrainian border, like 20 to 30 kilometers. And okay, sorry, I will distract. No, no, I won't distract.
Mm.
I'm continuing. So he was serving there, and he gave an amazing interview. It's like 1 hour and a half long, but the guy told a lot of shit that's happening there in Russian military forces. What are they doing there? Uh, they actually have a system like in prison. They have different bands in there, and they are fighting each other. They are just can be knife fighting each other, killing each other, and stuff like that. Yeah, and he realized what's happening here in Ukraine now while he was serving there because he saw how many killed people were going back, and not all of them going back, and just staying missing persons in Ukraine.
Mhm.
And he realized that he cannot, I mean, not cannot, sorry, that he needs to leave Russia immediately because the only future awaits him is him being dead. Eventually, sooner or later, he would be dead. And also, he had some Ukrainian friends who he was in contact with since the beginning of full-scale invasion. And that
Mhm.
dude actually um, escaped. I mean, he deserted, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's damn those terms, location where he was serving in Russia.
Mhm.
So he escaped without letting his bosses, how do you call them?
Yeah. Superiors.
Superiors, yeah, sorry. Forgetting words today, you know why.
No. No worries.
So he didn't say, I mean, he just left, he escaped. He
Mhm.
crossed the border by himself by foot. I mean, I guess, hitchhiked 20 kilometers close to the border. Then he was crossing the border for 2 days. And there's a project that I told you about, I Want to Live, if you remember,
Mhm.
where
Yeah.
Russian soldiers can contact Ukrainian side and just give up. And I mean, not give up, but to
Surrender.
surrender, yeah,
Yeah.
to Ukrainian captivity. And he crossed the border. It was 2 days. He was lucky not to meet anyone, but he heard explosions, he heard gunfight, so he was somewhere close to the fighting. And he was actually lucky not to step on any mines. This guy entered Ukraine, then he was actually, I mean, yeah, he actually used the deep state map, the same we're using usually. That dude was watching Ukrainian bloggers and Ukrainian news. Most of those soldiers, of Russian soldiers, are never smart enough to see the news from our side. They just blindly believe their propaganda. And this dude
Yeah.
was really smart. He realized everything. He realized the situation, and he made it. He was going from one village to another, and I guess in the third one, he find the place he needed to come to surrender, and he will be given. I mean, he gave another interview today, and it was published like an hour ago. I guess I didn't watch it yet.
Right.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, but damn, that interview, I really want to translate it, maybe in English, because there are no proper subs in there. Like those automatic subs from YouTube, they are
Are bad.
just, they're really bad. They won't give the understanding of what he's really saying. And
Yeah.
I have like a small wish, but I don't think if I'll find powers in me to translate it. Well, I need to. The video lasts for 1 hour and a half, maybe even more. So it's like a couple of days work to translate
Yeah. That's
everything,
a lot.
and then
Yeah.
to record my voice. And there are two people talking there, so maybe I will also need to do some impressions. And yes, I really wish to do it someday and to show it to you, because I actually have. I mean, I'm watching those prisoners every day, and I'm trying to understand their set of mind and uh, who are they and what are they thinking.
Hmm.
There are some awesome things that I realize when I watch those videos, but I'm not writing them down, and they fly away from my head. So I want to start doing that. But I still need to begin. And yeah, there's a lot of interesting things you might get from those interviews, and
Oh, definitely.
I like to share it with you guys who don't understand Russian language. And yes, because only understanding it, you can fully get how those people are. Mm, I don't think that anyone did it before. And yeah, by the way, tell me if you'd like to watch something and
Oh, of
listen
course.
to
Yeah,
something like
no,
that.
definitely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
also,
That's the thing is, I already have it. I already am interested in seeing those interviews, but like I said, I don't. I have no idea what the fuck they're saying, and there's no good subtitles, so I can't follow along. Right?
yeah, so I guess it would be awesome to start doing this, but there's a huge amount of work, and they are posting them each day, and most of them are around 1 hour long. So it's just, I mean, I'd probably need to work all day,
Yeah, it'd be a
every
full time
day.
job to do
Yeah.
every video.
A full-time
Yeah,
job it should be, and but you know how it works. If it will be something that people need to see and to hear, it would probably become popular. But in the beginning, you'd spend months of work for without being paid. It's not
yeah.
that I can allow to myself, unfortunately.
No, exactly. Gotta eat.
Yes. And yeah, let's finally read what Charlie said there about War Gonzo. He stepped on a mine and was rushed to hospital near Donetsk city. By the way, War Gonzo, who it is, I remember it's something, maybe it's someone from Georgian Legion. I'm not sure though,
I'm not sure
but
either. I'm gonna check.
someone, yeah, someone who's also on Twitter. I'm gonna just check. Oh no, it's Russian propagandist. Yeah, Russian propagandist. Yeah, Charlie, I found it on Twitter. Yeah, that
Yeah, me too. Just
asshole. That red-headed Russian propagandist. Nice. I hope that mine worked him well. He posted genocidal comments about Ukrainian often, mainly on Telegram. Ukrainians often, yes. Yes, that asshole, I know him. That dude is always hmm, another word that I forgot. Just a second.
always lying.
Or just calling. Yeah, he's calling for killing Ukrainians. Oh, sorry. It probably was loud, right?
No, that's fine.
Yeah. I needed to drink and stay hydrated. Okay, so that dude, and we were talking. Yeah, thank you for giving me good news about War Gonzo. Let's hope it's not fake and he really stepped on mine. We were talking about prisoners. Yes,
Yeah,
so maybe, no, not maybe. I need to make myself translate at least subs, at least make subs
yeah.
for that video because this guy it's a different interview. We didn't have anything like that in 240 days yet, and he was
Hmm.
first. I guess we'd probably be getting more people like him, and
Hopefully.
I guess he will even be set free, not fully free. Some said that, not some said. I just seen a trailer of the second interview that I watched today. And in trailer, Dmitro, who is the journalist, uh, Zolkin's, what do you call it? Partner? Yeah, the second journalist. So
Mhm.
he said that they should just put a bracelet on his foot and just set him free in Ukraine to because he actually he went through polygraph, and I guess we know that he's sincere, that he's not lying, and he's not a spy. Of course, he's gonna go through all the procedures, a lot of stages of it, of
Yeah.
them, and yeah, well, because I guess this dude deserves to be free here in Ukraine if he's not lying, because he had friends in Ukraine. He was actually playing games just like you and me, and his friends were from Ukraine, and they were all, uh, I mean, they were always informing them. But he, unlike many other Russians, believed them because most of Russians, even when they hear what we are saying to them, what is really happening in here, they just mm, refuse to believe that. They believe
Hmm.
it's easier to believe their propaganda, and it's really hard to believe that their country is just practically a German Nazi army invading Poland in 39. And
Hmm.
yeah, so it's really hard for them to, just accept the truth. But this dude accepted it, and this dude um, went through an escape, like a prison escape. He
Yeah.
went to, like, he crossed the border by himself, and he could have been easily killed or just shelled or anything else. He risked his life, and he got to Ukraine willingly. He wasn't even sent to Ukraine yet. So yeah, I I will really work on myself and will make myself to start working on it this week.
Nice.
Uh, I give a promise right now.
Hmm.
And Charlie, tell me if you'd like to listen to one of those interviews too. And also, I see five more people here on the stream. So, and please tell me in the chat if you'd be willing to hear some of those interviews of Russian soldiers who are currently prisoners of war in Ukraine, and we have two journalists interviewing them like every day. It's around 450 interviews already posted, so there's a huge work to translate them, but they're really worth it. So just let me know. I still need to see at least a couple of comments here in the chat because five people definitely can type.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. Come
okay.
on, guys.
Yeah, Charlie said it would be great to listen to those interviews. Nice. So it probably will be interesting for people. I'll try to begin with one first interview. I also need to check for sure if someone else isn't doing it already, because
Yeah, we gotta find out because if they are, then hey, right on. Like, you know what I mean?
yeah. So I need to check it first. Yeah, this is a topic that I'm really passionate about lately. I listen to them again and again, and there's a lot of interesting stuff that um I find about them. I discover their mentality. Usually, it's just horrifying and terrible what how brainwashed they are, and what
Yeah.
their life standards are, and what they are just how ignorant, how that second word I forgot that I use instead. You remember?
Oh, oh, now I forget too. Don't do this to me, Rick.
Sorry.
No, it's
My
fine.
bad.
Indifferent.
Indifferent, yes. how ignorant and how
But
indifferent they are. Thank you, Jack.
yes, no
Yes,
problem.
so I want to share it with you guys. I'll probably work with that, but let's finish on it. I still have a lot of stuff to show you and to talk about. Let's not I mean talk about mobilized anymore. Charlie
Well,
said
Charlie's
I've
got to go.
yeah,
Yeah.
unfortunately, guys, I'll be here next week. Hopefully, ZSU will make some significant advances. Yeah, we will also talk about that right now. I mean, we're gonna watch the map and see what's happening. Yeah, sorry you have to go, Charlie. But just watch the rest of the stream in recording after. I guess I'm gonna be posting it tomorrow. Oh yeah, it will automatically be posted because it's on
Yeah, it
YouTube
should just
today.
post. Yeah.
Yeah, so thank you for being here today, Charlie. You're always welcome, and have a great evening and great day
Have a good
today
one,
and
Charlie.
great week too. Yes, we will hope that ZSU will deoccupy more territories. Слава Україні, Charlie. Yeah, he said Heroям Slava right after I said
That was
Slava
good
Ukraini.
timing.
Yeah, it was perfect timing. We'll watch the end of the stream. Nice. Thank you, Charlie. Okay, let's go to the map. Uh, the situation on front is, well, not really good these days. I mean, the counteroffensive definitely stopped Russians in their mobilization, I guess. They are just throwing those that cannot bother on our troops, and they stopped the counteroffensive. Let's see what's happening around in Kharkiv region, not around it. Let's move from the last Saturday. You see the front is getting tighter. The Russians are getting closer. They're not getting back any territories, but they're getting closer to our troops, you see. They're
Hmm.
really close in these points and really heavy, and tough fighting is going in here. I guess most the hardest situation is in here in Torskia, in Terni, in here. Terni, sorry, I don't need to use accent in this case. Terni, yes, sorry again. Here and Yampolivka, I guess Russians counterattacking in here. Yeah, you see the arrows, and they're
Yeah.
counterattacking in Bilohorivka. It's Donetsk Oblast. It's pretty close. Yeah. So and also in here, but the hardest situation for our troops is near Bakhmut. There's a town. It's actually a big town in Donetsk Oblast that Russians are trying to capture for last like 6 to 7 months. And they're attacking and they have some improvements in their positions this week. Let's see, 16th of October, we're moving forward. So this week they even captured some small, but they're still getting closer to Bakhmut. The situation is really hard in there. The fight is continuing and it's really bloody. We're losing men there. And yeah, we cannot. Actually, the Wagner Group, that company of mercenaries, fight in there,
Hmm.
and the prisoners from Russian colonies are from prisons are also fighting there amongst those Wagner Group forces. So they are all doing a lot of trouble for our military men. And but they also, I mean, today we had some rumors from some Western press that I guess cannot be a reliable source at all because they're not insiders from Ukrainian army. But they
Yeah.
said that 2 kilometers. I mean, our forces pushed uh, Russians 2 kilometers from Bakhmut. Um, let's hope
Oh,
it's
okay.
true.
Yeah.
Today, they claimed that they did it today, and actually nothing happened in Kherson region for the last week. Russians maybe tightened the front a bit. Yeah, there's not even a significant movement. I guess maybe it was just yeah. You see, Пятихатки. It's pronounced like this. Пятихатки. So it was in a gray zone. So probably there were some fighting to capture this one, and yeah, Russians took it this week. So maybe it wasn't even the gray zone is just like a fog of war. So you cannot
Yeah, yeah.
say what was it. Was it even a fight in there? You cannot say for sure. Okay, let's. We were finished with the map. Let's now go through some funny and not funny stuff this week. Yes, a very important thing happened this week. We had another exchange. It was on Monday, I guess. Uh,
Yeah.
108 women, Ukrainian prisoners, were exchanged for Russian soldiers. We freed 108 Ukrainian women who were mostly soldiers, but some of them were even civilians. I guess 12
Yeah.
civilians. And yeah, it's a happy moment. Some of them were even in Russian captivity uh, before the full-scale invasion began. So they were there for years. Yeah, some of them, you see, some of them were there since 219, and they were finally freed. It's so awesome to see exchanges like that when it's actually
Definitely.
108 people freed. And yeah, the youngest girl was 21 year old, and the oldest was 62 years old.
Holy.
And yeah, there were a lot of happy moments happening there, and yeah, of course, a lot of tears. And yeah, it's hard to imagine what those women came through because, Russians are torturing and just constantly emotionally torturing our prisoners, our soldiers, and even civilians. So it's really hard to imagine what hell they've been through, but now they're home, and it's amazing.
Yeah,
Cheers to
definitely.
that.
Cheers to that, indeed.
So Russian soldiers who were exchanged there for those women. I mean, uh, a nice, sorry, interview. A small interview happened while they were just landed. I mean, not landing, but arriving to Russian
Yeah.
positions. Yeah, Russian propagandists came to them and asked them if they were tortured and humiliated, and they all just like one. I'm gonna skip to that moment just a second. Oh, he's asking, were they humiliating you or torturing you? And they were, you've seen, just like one they said, no, 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 no. Yeah, you see,
Yeah.
they. So it's actually a first time when it happens, because before that, those prisoners who were exchanged, they were saying the opposite. They were I mean, in Zolkin's interviews, they were saying that everything's fine, no one is torturing him, them humiliating, they're being fed and like washed. I mean, they
Yeah.
were
Yeah.
given the
Given human
ability,
rights, basic
yeah,
human rights.
all human rights, all basic human rights. But when they arrived, those soldiers who were saying thank you and it's okay, I'm being fine in here, they arrived to Russia and they were given interviews to propagandists when they were saying that they were constantly tortured and they weren't
Yeah,
given
of course.
food and stuff. Yes, and this was the first time Russian propaganda just had a footage of prisoners
Yeah.
who
Oops.
were, yeah, oops, there was a big oops, and they
Oops, we told the truth.
yeah, we told the
Fuck.
truth, and they immediately stopped that interview. See,
Yeah.
he put the camera down because it was a big oops for them.
Yeah. Fucking delete the fucking flash drive.
Yeah, so it was kind of small triumph for Zolkin and his team because they're working on that so Russians could change, I mean, could see the truth and could tell the truth in Russia, which is almost impossible. And it
Yeah.
finally worked. Russian prisoners of war, those who were exchanged, finally told the truth to their own propagandists. And it was a big oops and hell to that. This is just awesome. Okay, let's go
Yeah.
next. That propagandist from Kherson, Stremouso, that cringe man, he posted some verse about Russia.
Горы и долины, вижу реки
Uh,
и поля.
it's
Это
such a
русское
fucking
приволье, это
cringe.
родина моя. Вижу Прагу и Варшаву.
So this dude, in the end of the video, he was saying, let me see how it's actually called on it. Poem? Yeah, some kind of small poem, 1 minute long, about his beloved homeland Russia. Yeah.
Будапеште, Бухарест. Солнце
He was
всходит.
showing pictures from all over the world, saying that Russia actually, like Dallas, Texas, Washington and New York is part of Russia too. It's like a future he's dreaming of, not
Gotcha. Yeah.
only USA. He was saying about European countries and some South America countries too. It was so ridiculous. And then
Сиднеем
at some
солнце
point,
всходит. Утконос Доктор
he
гимн заводит.
just
С
say
русским гимном
maybe it
в день
was
войду. Вот
yeah,
индейцы
and then this appears.
курят
Okay, hold
трубку.
on. I gotta just wait for it to pop up because of the stream delay.
Yeah, you'll see something that he confessed that really he's a fascist.
Oh
И
my god.
And
протягивают
there's a
мне.
swastika in
Все
there.
See that comment? What the fuck?
Yeah, what the fuck is that?
Вот
I don't
индейцы
know.
курят трубку и протягивают
Maybe
мне.
it was just a
Okay.
Photoshop after he posted it. Maybe it was a post production, but I believe that dude posted it
Pretty good post
himself.
production.
Yeah. It was, yeah, it kind of
Вижу
looks
куду.
like a good
Вот
post
индейцы
production.
курят трубку и
Yeah, I mean, it looks
протягивают
legit to
мне.
me.
Все на свете
Yeah.
любят русских.
Either way.
It looks legit, but that dude is such a fucking cringer, man. Every how do you call it? Oh, sorry. Every video recording he has, he's saying some nonsense. He's just ridiculous. Okay, enough with him. Yeah. So let's get to something else. Okay, this week, Ukrainian government, our parliament, voted to not proclaim, but let me check the word. I need the translation. Recognize, yes. Our parliament voted to recognize the Ichkeria. It is the Chechen Republic that was. Let me show it to you. Russia. You see Ukraine here. There's Georgia in here. Yeah, so you're seeing it with delay, right?
Yeah. I just
You're
wait a
still
sec
not
right now.
seeing
I'm
it.
on
Okay, got it. So it's near Georgia. There's a Chechnya Republic. They call it like this. But before Russia conquered it in 90s, there were two wars for Russia to conquer it and make it a part of Ukraine. Sorry, of Russia. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah. So before that, they proclaimed independency and called themselves Ichkeria. So that Ichkeria, they are now officially recognized by Ukraine, and it's a first important step for them to fight for their independence. Because after Ukraine, there were many more countries who will recognize them. Because Chechen wars that were happening in the 90s was actually almost the same that's happening right now.
Yeah.
They were just suppressing that uh, region and just yeah, it was actually a genocide there in Grozny, their capital. There was a huge massacre of local people. They actually Mariupol is actually the same scale of destruction that they brought to Grozny. So you can
Mm.
see what happened there by just looking at Mariupol. Uh, yeah, so actually, you know, people saw how Russia mm, fights with
Yeah.
civilians usually, and it's not something new. Mm, yeah, let's move on. Damn, I'm getting so tired, but yeah, I still want to show you something.
Okay.
Some news and videos. That's how HIMARS working. It usually is making like hmm, a smoke around an
Yeah.
explosion, and by this kind of smoke, you can say it's HIMARS. They finally started working against not only against warehouses, Russian warehouses and command points, but
Hmm.
also against the artillery systems and tanks. And on this video, they're destroying Russian 122 millimeter howitzer D-30 somewhere in the south. And yeah, those explosions are beautiful. I'm just showing it to you to, uh, get used to beautiful explosions of HIMARS, so you can
Yeah.
recognize them in the future. Yeah,
Definitely.
and that's Ukrainian clouds showing fuck to Russian, you know, howitzers and rockets. And yes, you're seeing it with the delay, but yeah, just
Yeah.
wait a second. You're gonna.
There we go. There we go. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
just a funny cloud we, we
I
we've
love
seen
it.
this week. A president of Switzerland, Ignacio Cassis, arrived to Ukraine with a visit. I guess it was on Wednesday or maybe on Thursday, and it's actually his first visit, not at all, but during the full-scale invasion. It was pretty brave, and it's actually a huge support. I mean, it's a huge gesture from a neutral
Yeah.
country. You know that Switzerland is famous by its neutrality, but they said that they cannot stay neutral when some kind of genocide and this huge invasion is happening, and they are just um, showing us support. They
Good.
are showing us humanitarian support, maybe even military support. But I'm not sure about military support. Anyway, they will help us with rebuilding Ukraine. And
Mhm.
thank you for Switzerland for such a huge support because being a famous neutral country and supporting us right now means a lot to us. Okay, yeah, another important thing I wanted to show you is that, and tell you about, is the topic this week was one of the most important topics here in the news, was Russians planning to blow up the dam, the huge
Yeah,
dam.
the dam.
You heard it, right?
Yeah.
It's Kakhovska HES. So it's a power plant with a dam. And let's see it on the map. Deep State, where are you? Help us. And we can actually imagine how huge the problem will be. And we have a small video of, prognosis of what might happen, of how big the flood will be if they will make an explosion on that dam. Just a second. Really tired, but yes, there's a dam. You see Novakhovka, and uh, when there's actually a huge water storage in here, and this dam is holding the water, and we have a video like small infographic of how the flood will happen if they will uh, destroy the dam. You will
Yeah.
see it in a minute. I'm just displaying video on screen, so I'm waiting for your reaction.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I've got the
You see
simulation
it.
here now. Yeah, that's fucking insane.
Around 80 uh, villages and towns, and Kherson itself will be flooded. It's gonna be a huge catastrophe in this region. I
Yeah.
guess this big part of Kherson Oblast will be flooded. Yeah, somewhere approximately in here. And this last week, Russians are actually they stopped their occupational uh, governments, and they stopped it in Kherson, in Berislav, in here, and they are moving them to the left shore of Kherson.
Hmm.
Kherson Oblast, yes, and it may say so. Yeah, there's a version that they will be retreating from this side of Kherson Oblast, leaving just mobilized in there. Yeah, there's some information that they're moving their good troops, moving away and leaving here only mobilized because they don't care about them because they cannot
Yeah.
fight. They just need to put some meat in there and leave them all for Ukrainians for us to take it all back. But we cannot be sure of that. And let's see how it's gonna go. But for now, we have a hope that they will retreat from this part of Kherson region. Anyway, if they will flood, if they will destroy the dam, they will flood mostly their part of Kherson region, of the left shore. This shore will be
Yeah.
flooded, but not that much because this shore is located above the left one. It's like I've heard that it's the. Let me check another word. Feature. No. Just a second. Uh, peculiarity. Peculiarity.
Okay.
Yeah, you have that word, right? As a
Oh yeah.
peculiarity of rivers in Ukraine, somehow. The right shore, which is the western shore,
Hmm.
is usually above the left one,
Gotcha.
which is the
Yeah, it's
eastern
just
shore.
lower.
So they will be
A little bit on the
mostly
north side.
flooding themselves. So There's no reason to do that for them. Well, so let's hope
Yeah,
they won't
seems
do that.
silly.
Yes. Okay, so really, getting really sleepy and woozy, but yeah, let's see what. Oh, an awesome video I wanted to show you just a second. Ukrainian
Okay.
helicopter making a beautiful flight. Look at this. It's actually slowed down like twice now. Like you see, oh, you're getting it with a delay. Sorry,
Yeah, I'm just about to see it here. Oh yeah, yeah, I saw this.
you
That's
saw this
fucking
one.
wild.
This is so
Yeah,
awesome. They are
yeah.
just I don't know.
Cruising, man, that's fucking intense.
That's intense, and this looks so badass.
Yeah, that is some fucking action movie shit right there.
Yeah, there's a map of Russian rocket strike, massive rocket strike yesterday. So you see, it was almost that massive, just like the last week, the one I showed you.
Oh
But
yeah, yeah.
the green ones is the work of our air defense systems. So you see,
Oh nice.
Chernihiv Oblast was saved, Sumska Oblast, Kiev Oblast, Odessa partially was saved, and some you see some of them were partially, but some was hit really. I mean, all rockets and drones hit their targets. So massive
Hmm.
attacks they continue. Unfortunately, we need to have we need to do economy. Not economy. Sorry. How do you call it? Damn it. And I have a feeling that you told me already. Yeah, we need to save electricity. This is why we
Oh yeah,
have,
yeah.
yeah, we have planned blackouts here almost every day in Kiev. Like yesterday, we were lucky, and right
Ration,
now, and today we're actually rationing, right? You said
ration. Yeah,
ration. We need to ration it. Today we're lucky too. We didn't have any blackout here in Kiev today, at least in our region. Sorry, region,
yeah,
part of the city.
yeah, yeah,
But on Friday, I had 3 hours blackout and I couldn't properly work for that time.
yeah.
Well, only for half of that time. But yes, the situation might even get worse because they will continue to strike us with their missiles and drones. And by the way, Iran will also be given Russia ballistic rockets, around 700 of them, and thank you, Iran, another, you know, reason to hate Iranian
Yeah.
government for us. It's not only be drones, but also missiles will be flying and killing our people, and it is shitty, and we really need world leaders to stop Iran somehow. And we have unofficial news today that Israel forces strike today. They maybe were striking some uh, plants, not plants, factories where
Factory.
Iranians produce their drones in Syria. Yes, so they were
Okay, yeah, yeah,
striking some factories in Syria. Let's hope that it's true and they will not be able to produce that many drones that they promised to deliver to Russians. Oh, oh, really tired. Oh shit. Let's go forward. There was an 80,000 people. How do you call it? It was not a protest, but It was for support of Ukraine and to condemn Iran. And there was Iranian flags, but Iranian flags of previous Iranian government that was not fascist government. And yeah, it was in Berlin, I guess. So world supports us, and they are really calling for the world to stop Iran and to stop supporting Russia.
Yeah.
Oh, another awesome video where a Russian pilot being hit by Ukrainian air defense missile, and unfortunately he catapulted, but it was still an awesome video seeing how Russian plane is being hit. Yes, you actually can see how it is. I guess it was its tail that is getting off the plane. I mean, it's getting torn apart. Yeah, in this
Oh my god.
point you can see it. Yes. So another cool video.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's great. And thanks to our air defense.
Yeah, no
Today,
doubt.
today, Russian Commander-in-Chief Shoigu, I forgot his first name and whatever, he's just Shoigu the terrorist. So he, yeah, today he was calling the ministers of defense of Turkey, of France and Britain, and he was saying that they have the information that Ukrainian side is planning to use the dirty bomb in Ukraine. I mean, he was spreading their propaganda, but it
Yeah.
means that they maybe are planning to make some dirty bomb explosion themselves. And dirty bomb they call the nuclear bombs with some
Yeah.
radioactive material, right?
Yeah.
That kind of bombs. So it may be the sign that Russia is planning to use nuclear weapons in the closest days. Maybe
Hopefully not.
yeah, hopefully not, but it's actually a bad, bad sign. Oh, we
Yeah,
actually
definitely.
have our first rashist in here. You see, he put Z, or maybe he's just a
Yeah.
troll, or
Probably.
maybe a a Russian supporter.
Maybe.
Unfortunately, we don't have time to react or to have some how do you call it? Not a conversation, but fight with him.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd probably be more likely.
Or her or whatever. But
Yeah. Fucking idiot, whoever they are.
oh shit. Okay, let's move to the end. The last thing I wanted to tell you that you maybe see a small bruise on my head.
What happened?
Yeah. Tonight, I almost got the black eye. Yeah, how it happened? Just simply, my wife were moving in a sleep and got into my
Oh no.
and hit me in the head.
Holy. That'll wake you up.
Yeah, this was I was really like that grandpa. Remember? Нихуя себе! Doing this show, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
I reacted differently though, but but it still was. Yeah, it was funny today. It wasn't funny tonight.
No, definitely
I
not. Yeah,
was
it's always funny.
sleeping and I woke up as a result of this, right? Yes. Okay, I
Okay.
wanted to finish with something funny. Ooh, thank you, Jed. Thank you, everyone
Thank
who,
you.
yeah, who came to the stream today. I've seen 7 people top at the
Yeah.
biggest top moment.
Yeah. Our
So
peak.
peak, yes. So it seems like just for today at least, it is going better than on Twitch. Let's do the
Yeah,
next one on YouTube then.
for sure. I think
Yeah,
discoverability will be pretty good on YouTube
yeah.
compared to Twitch. So
It's much better. If we see the first Z, it's definitely the better
yeah, it's working. We're
discoverability.
reaching a new audience. That's for sure.
Yes, finally. Nice.
That's
Okay.
awesome.
Once again, I'd like to thank you, Jed, and Charlie, and
Thank you.
everyone who came today. So, as usually, Slava Ukraini.
Heroin Slava.
We will definitely be winning, and today we're getting even closer to our victory. So I really wish you all to have a great, productive week, and
You as well.
I hope to bring some good news next week on the next stream.
Hell yeah,
Okay,
bro.
once again, love you all, Slava Ukraini, and
Love you guys.